And so please describe to me what the aesthetic look is exactly.
More like this guy here.
Yeah. So we'll go ahead and bring
Oh wow, you really have to come in here?
like this guy.
Is this
No,
is this really happening? You met the other guy behind you, bro. Like I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm right into that bad boy.
You can stay right there, behind the camera, behind the camera. No, see now that you got me jealous now.
That's okay.
That's not
no,
fair.
but you're more in the category like Luther Arnold. Okay?
My man.
Okay.
Yeah. Arnold Ferrigno. Huh?
Okay.
Aesthetic.
That's great, partner. You two ever go outplace everything in its proper place?
That does not make sense, but we usually do go, we head to Kroger's and we work.
Oh, yeah. I've got a lady waiting for me back home also. She has the most beautiful scrotum. Oh, God. And when she sings, she sounds just like a puppy dog. How do you nail a photo?
Just gotta get in the mode. You gotta talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes.
Talk with your eyes. You
Okay,
gotta
so
have the eyes
can
first.
you show me a little bit of something, like to this camera? I would love to know how to do this. I just want to know.
Well,
How
I
do you do
mean,
it? Teach
the
me
smile,
something.
You can get the sexy eyes. Then you know you gotta get the smile going on some shoes. But you know,
Wait, hold up.
you got.
I gotta
when
try
it's
this
time,
with
when,
you.
it, when it's
Hold
time
on.
to laugh,
I gotta try
you
this
gotta
with
think
you.
of something funny and start laughing.
Do it again. Do it again. How do you do it? Teach me.
Sexy eyes.
The sexy eye.
This is sexy eyes right here.
Smizing?
Smile.
So you're smizing.
Smile.
Okay.
And then you gotta get the.
No, I look like I need to take a poop or something.
Wish words were like little toy guns. No sting, no hurt, no one, just a bang, bang. Right?
Is that it?
Yeah, it's something like that. Just a bang,
Toy
bang,
guns.
rolling off your tongue.
Toy guns.
It's no smoke, no
Bang, bang.
bullets.
Water guns. All right.
Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high. Cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody rise up. Weekdays, catch us live. Somebody, let's go.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. What is up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing well out there. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Friday. You know what I'm saying? It's a Friday night. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Man. What up, Wood Grain? What's good, man? What's good? What's popping? What's good? What's cracking? What's crack-a-lacking, man? You know what I mean? What's up, QX on Twitch? Thank you so much for tuning in. QX420 was good. You know, are you going to be celebrating 420 when 420 comes through? Inquiring minds would like to know. Anyway, hope you guys are having a fantastic day. You know, keeping positive, keeping busy. Had a fantastic day. Sorry, because it is the nighttime where I'm at. I don't know where all y'all at, but there's a lot of people that watch this show that right now it could be like 3 o'clock in the Monesins for your ass and stuffs. Now, if that's the case, then, you know, man, I hope you got home safe, because it is a Friday night, all right, or a Friday morning, or actually a Saturday morning for your ass. So I hope you guys got home. If you got one, roll it. If you're drinking it, go ahead and keep sipping on that ish. As long as you are home or someplace safe, all right? That's all I care about. Reals talk. And I got lint on me face. There we go. Man, anyway, as I was saying, 'tis Friday night and I'm feeling all right. There's a lot of things to talk about today. You know, I'm going to be getting my boys here on the show here in a little bit. You know, my panel that I usually have on in the morning. But QX, I got to ask you, man, where are you commenting from, bruh? Comment below. Where are you commenting from? I just got to know, you know? And Wood Grain, what's good, man? You know what I mean? Comment below. Let me know how you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You know, because I know you're in here somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's a couple other people kind of tuning in. Comment down below. Let me know what you're doing on your Friday night. I know a lot of us are in lockdown. All of us are shut down. We are in our social distancing gear, you know, our hoodies, and we just in straight chill mode. But, you know, comment below and let me know how y'all are feeling tonight. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Hopefully you guys have had a productive night. Or maybe this is the start of your night. You never know. And if this is the start of your night, I'm glad I can send you off in a very good mood, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? I'm hoping that's the case. Dag nabbit. Anyway, moving on from all this crazy stuff, it is, there's a lot going on today, or there was a lot that went on today. A lot of crazy stuff. You know, people being people, man. Just chilling in the cut. I don't know about you guys, but I enjoyed my time just kind of sitting back and hanging out. In fact, what's funny is, you know, I'm looking into doing something. I'm actually trying to put together a fundraiser. And I mean, you know, before I get all boring and stuff, you know, I've just been mulling around this idea of starting a fundraiser. And it's just basically made strictly for creating help for people who are either furloughed, a lot of people who are out of money, so on and so forth. So it's just an idea that I'm just messing around with in my head. I mean, if I can give back and do something positive. That's what I've been kind of messing around in my head recently. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I've been playing around with in my head. I got Tommy Boy's in the house. You know what I'm saying? My boy, Tommy. What's up, man? Whoa, wait a second. Something's not right. Bruh, the hell's
What's
this?
up?
You have hair.
Yeah, I do.
I'm used to you with your like your Scully, your beanie on all the time, man. Welcome to the real world.
Yeah, you know, I'm just hanging out, having a White Russian here tonight, and yeah, letting it all hang out this evening.
Hell yeah, man. I'm just here chilling with my gallon of water, but yeah,
you're having a real fun Friday night.
Yeah, I'm having a fantastic sober Friday night. Unlike other people having their Caucasians and whatnot. Okay, the dude. All right, then.
Oh yeah. No, I went out to the liquor store today and I got the makings for White Russians, and then without even thinking about it, I also got some Old Rasputin Imperial Stout.
Oh,
so
wow.
It's all Russian alcohol this weekend.
Hell yeah, man. Hey, man. Well, when you got it, you got it. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is the time to kind of okay. Let me correct myself. I am not in no way, shape, or form endorsing any type of irresponsibilities right now, but this almost seems like the time to be heavily inebriated because you don't have any place to go. So just stay home and drink your face off, man. That's what I would say. Just to keep it straight funky. I don't drink, but when I did, yeah, I would have just been here just having a good old time. You know what I'm saying? But that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. I hope you're enjoying that drink.
Oh, I'm drinking for the two of us tonight.
Oh, you better be. And then, as long as you're not like calling up ex-girlfriends going, "Why did you leave me?" Stuff like that.
Not yet.
Okay.
I haven't done that in a while.
Good. You don't want to do that.
2 minutes since I've done that.
I don't recommend that at all. I really don't recommend that. Usually that comes out very, very bad. The results are always bad. You know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you never have positive.
It never ends. Excuse me. It never ends. It never ends in the way that you wish in your mind, like some sappy romantic comedy type of thing. Like, why did you leave me? And it's like pouring rain, but you're on the phone outside. You know what I'm saying? Because you're that drunk, you don't realize that it's actually your neighbor who's drunk peeing off the balcony, and you think it's rain, but it's not. But you're on the phone and you're going, "Hey, why did you leave me?" And then she's like, "I never left." And then you start running to her, and then all of a sudden, like, da-na-na-na, you know what I'm saying? Like, that Gone with the Wind type of music, like frankly, dear, I don't give a damn type of music in the background, the swell of the violins and stuff. And that never happens because you wake up the next day with Dorito dust all over your chest, butt naked with a hangover. And you just go, how did I eat 3 chalupas? How did I eat 3 chalupas?
3?
I mean, chalupas are a lot. How did I eat 7 chalupas all by myself? How did I do that, man? Damn.
Yeah.
I was drunk. So let me ask you this. I mean, this is going to be a very personal question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Full Mental Nut. What's up, man? Thank you so much for checking out the show on Twitch. He says, "I'm drinking. What's up, guys? What's really good? What's really good? Movies, games, or discussion?" You know what I mean? And Debbie said, "I popped a Xanny today." Wow, she popped a Xanax. Okay, what's up, Debbie? Fool. Let me ask you. Let me say something, fool. I'm not. I mean, I'm a fan for. I love games. Actually, I love movies. And I love discussion. Games, I'm not really a big gamer. I need to learn some games. I don't know much about them. The funny thing is I promised myself during this locked up time, that I was going to go and learn, like introduce myself to a video console of some sort, video game console of a PlayStation, an Xbox, or Nintendo Wii, Switch, or whatever the hell it is nowadays. I don't know, man. See, this is how out of date I am. So I guess the question to you, fool, is which is better, PlayStation, Xbox, or Switch, or PC? Why not? You know. But I was going to ask you something, Tom.
Yes.
Since 420 is around the corner, it's on Monday. I don't want you to get in trouble with any employees or anything, but you're going to be participating in the 420
I'm not sure.
festivities.
Unless somebody comes through before then, no.
Okay. Right on.
I had a little bit of fun at the beginning of the month, but that's all gone now. So
damn, you went in, bruh. Like you just went. Where's the rest? That was it?
No. But it is the shutdown, so.
It is a shutdown. Like I said, you'd be hotboxing all day. You know what I'm saying? Like I'd be hotboxing all day, day. I would. If I didn't have anything to do, if I had no responsibilities or anything, bruh, I'd be hotboxing all day, day. No consequences, not giving a about nothing. You know what I mean? Fool says a setup, in my opinion, is Xbox One with a headphone with Bluetooth, so you can only hear what's going on through your TV, through your headphones, man. That's what he's saying.
Got a Jack Buck here.
I know Jack Buck has got to ruin the whole experience. You know what I'm saying? We were doing just fine, just one-on-one, and now you got to come in and try to mess this whole thing up. Wood grain, that's not good. That's not good. What's not good, wood grain? Damn. You know what I'm saying? Damn, man. We got Jackie Buck in the house. Hold on, I got to get this whole setup on point now. You just jacked it all up, Jack. Jack is enjoying his Jack and Coke, I'm sure, isn't it? Is it a Jack and Coke?
No, it's a barrel, single barrel something that was made from the West Indies of such and such and the fruiter.
Anyway.
What are you drinking there?
He's like, I made it myself.
I am sipping on a
Scissor.
Canadian Club whiskey.
Damn.
That I had added coffee beans to about 10 years ago. And I gave as a Christmas gift to family members. Because these little fancy mason jars.
Okay. Can I say something real quick, Jack? Oh, Jack, come on, man.
It'll get you drunk.
I was going to say, it makes you feel good, but alert. It'll get you drunk, but alert at the same damn time. Damn.
Like Red Bull and vodka.
Yeah.
But it's a coffee and whiskey.
That's been sitting there for 10 years?
That's what I was going to get to.
Coffee beans have completely disintegrated.
Of course they have.
And so it is a fine mix. There's no sediment at the bottom.
Oh, bruh.
And yeah.
Oh God.
It's pretty good.
It is.
I bet it is.
It made a face when you drank it.
Yeah. Oh, it's strong. It's got a very distinctive flavor. I think I actually improved upon the original whiskey.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Thank you, Full. There's a guy, Full Metal Nut, on, and he's saying some really nice things. By the way, he said wireless headphones, real quick, and then he said, looking at you, the Pascal Show, you have a nice setup, and I appreciate it. Nice, clean, and free. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Be sure to follow us, man. Our show is a lot of fun. We have a really good time on this show. We do everything from news, games, interviews, celebrity interviews. Where we got people who are Skyping in from all over the country, all over the globe, actually. We're a radio show. This is kind of the cast right here of the radio show. And we're stationed in St. Louis. So definitely comment down below, Fool, where you're from. I would love to know that too, because that's the thing. Like we got people who watch our show from Hungary, from France to Italy to South Africa to Great Britain. So Hungary. We meet a lot of cool people. So I appreciate the support and the love. And then now just two pussies fighting each other. That's just normal. I'm done. And he said, and hey, the other dudes, hey, very nice and freedom.
What up?
Yeah.
Hello.
And then he said, hey, very nice and freedom of speech, very nice. That we're just able to speak. Yes.
Yeah.
Fool. Yes. Debbie said porn. The internet is for porn, apparently. So, yeah, keep it going. Yes. Butt to butt. We're going to do butt to butt. Anyway.
Come on, fight more.
Fight over.
I'm running a cat fighting ring over
no
here.
kidding.
Apparently.
Have
He
mercy,
doesn't be
bruh.
here.
Damn, bruh. Like I'm done. I'm done right
Nah,
now.
just playing.
But anyway, there are some really, really cool things to talk about today. There's some things like apparently now there's a new TikTok trend going on right now where people are coming out. People are actually using a song to come out on TikTok.
Like outside?
No.
Because they've been
no,
quarantined?
No. Come out. Like, I'm coming out. You know what I mean? Coming out.
Can they sing that one?
There is a song, a Jason Derulo song. So apparently I wrote it that has come out. And or that has come out and people are using it to come out with. So I got to pull up that video. But Fool says, any way I can get in on this and take up the fourth square. Ooh.
For a nice, pleasant $500 donation, you can have a special spotlight guest feature on our show.
You just never know. You know what I mean?
Venmo, send me a quarter.
Jack looks like he's part of the picture behind him. Wow. Thelonious7, what's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, man? You know what I mean? Yeah, we out here having fun, having conversations, chopping it up and all that. But yeah, so real quick, I gotta find this video, so I gotta take you guys out of the picture real quick. Unfortunately, some people like to be on time, Jack, and some people like to be late, Jack.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm just playing.
Habitually late.
I'm totally kidding. I don't care. Yes, you are habitually late, but so am I. So it's okay. It's okay. I started late today too, so there's no need to hate. Thelonious, man, thank you so much for tuning in and everything. What we're talking about a whole bunch of things. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about all kinds of different things today. Everything that is has to do with news, trending stuff, all that. Right now, I'm about to pull up this thing right now because apparently there's a Jason Derulo song that, hold on, I'm spelling things out. TikTok song, or I think it's like Get Ugly or something like that. TikTok, Get Ugly.
Spell much?
It's hard to talk and do this at the same damn time. Just saying. But apparently, like I saw one just earlier today where the girl was literally coming out and in the video and she goes, "Oh my God, you're gay." You know what I mean? It was hilarious. But apparently people are using this to say, "Hey, I'm gay." It's like, that's crazy. That's some crazy stuff, man. Totally normal to come out during a song, you know. Totally normal. Wouldn't you agree, Jack? I mean, you did that.
Is there a normal way to come out?
I don't think. Well, yeah, I think there is. I'd like to think there is.
Well, being scared about your family rejecting you and.
Well, I mean, the traditional thing is like, hey, here it is. Blah.
This just makes it more mainstream.
Thelonious, the radio station is WGNU 920 AM. Yes, WGNU out of St. Louis. So if you find Real Talk WGNU 920 AM.com, you can find our show, the Pascal Show. I am Pascal. Welcome.
You're supposed to say it in your radio voice.
Oh yeah. Tune into WGNU 9:20 a.m. See what I'm saying? Okay. So, Fool says, I just wish it was not so scary and something to be afraid of to be gay. True. Yeah, that's true. It's almost too scary to be gay. I wouldn't want to be because it's so scary. What the fuck? Yeah. I mean, I feel you, man. Oh, this is the late night uncensored show. So just a heads up. I'm going to say fuck sometimes. Just a heads up. I know, God forbid, he's got a dirty mouth. Shoot, I can't find this. I'm just going to pick up one of these and just pray for a freaking miracle. So please forgive me. Okay. I'm assuming, yeah, this is one. It's a compilation. So you guys, Jack and Tom, try to see it on the other side. You know what I mean? Try to check it out while I'm playing it, so you can kind of see it for yourselves as well. I'd recommend that. Here we go. Skadoosh.
Oh my God, this girl straight and this girl not. Tipsy off.
There it is. Oh my gosh, you're gay? Here we go.
This girl straight and this girl not. Tipsy off that piece of rock like.
Okay, that didn't do anything. Moving on.
Oh my God, this girl straight and this girl not. Tipsy off that piece of rock like.
See, now what's crazy to me is it's like that's how they're coming out. That's it. That's how it's done. That's really how it's done.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying? Kind of weird.
I think most people, like most families, kind of already know.
Bruh. Yeah, and we're going to talk about that. Hold on one second. One more time. One more. Maybe there's another one on here that's good right here. Hopefully. Let's see. Maybe.
Oh my God, this girl straight and this girl not. Tipsy off that piece of rock like.
Okay. Okay, she just literally said, okay, this girl straight and this girl nah, and then showed the photo of her and her man, like, this is how straight I am. Do you believe? Okay. Do you believe that I'm straight? Because this is my man. I'm straight because I have this man with me in this photo. This one man. Get out of here. Anyway, that is a thing right now that is, trending on TikTok. People are actually watching this ish and saying, yeah, this is how it's supposed to be. This is how we're going to come out to social media and all that. Anyway, what do you guys think?
I don't know. Any way that somebody can learn to be their authentic self, great. I don't know. I don't know the song really, but it's fine. This is all reminding me back when I was in college. I used to like to mess with people all the time. And there was one Christmas, I forget if it was Christmas or Thanksgiving, I went home to my family. And in the middle of the dinner, with everybody there, just to mess with them, I pretended to come out as gay just to see what their reactions would be. And
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Fortunately for me, nobody said, "Oh, we knew all along" or anything like that. Nobody said anything like that. But I was getting bored and I thought I'd mess with my family, so yeah, I did that. And then I was just like, I'm just playing around.
Bruh, I couldn't fly that way. I couldn't fly that way. I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
I was really big into Andy Kaufman at the time, and
of course,
I liked messing with people. That was kind of my thing.
I do remember you on that Andy Kaufman kick for a good while there.
A little bit on it, but not as much.
You were on it pretty hard.
Most families, I think, unless if they're just purely trying to not think.
Facts, fool. Anyway, what were you saying, Jack?
Most families, unless if they're trying to make themselves ignorant to it, or they're trying to deny it so hard. Like, I think most people will realize, especially as their children get older, that they probably have that preference, and if they don't recognize it, then they're just not paying enough attention to their kids.
Yeah.
I would feel like so, because it's
Well,
so
okay.
I don't know.
I see both sides, man. I see both sides. I could see that parents, like maybe the parents, maybe that son or daughter is just really good at acting straight. You never know. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are gay that don't come off as gay. I mean, just because within the confines of what the cookie cutter breakdown of what a homosexual is supposed to act like and be like, there are people out there that won't act like what they seem, or they, you know what I mean? Like it's normal, for there to be men and women who are straight or who are gay that seem straight, or it's like, oh wow, I didn't realize that this and this, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, I didn't piece them together. I don't know if there's also like, never underestimate the power of denial as well, where it's like, no, my son is straight. My son is straight. There's no way he's gay. You pray for the best and prepare for the worst, I guess, even though it's not a worst thing, but you know what I'm saying? As a parent, you just start to get, I don't know, you almost in a way protect yourself from the truth because you don't want to, because you can't handle the truth. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But then again, as a parent, I feel like, there's those moments where it's like the thing that really aggravates me is when a parent will sit there and go, when the son or daughter goes to them and says, hey, mom and dad, I'm gay. And the dad or mom will go, we always knew, son. And it's like, what? You see what I'm saying? And it's like, it took me 15 years to tell, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why wasn't there a conversation beforehand? You see what I'm saying? Just to be like, and I know that's a weird, awkward conversation to have with your child regardless, but it's like, but it's okay to bring up stuff that you might not be comfortable with. You know what I'm saying?
It'd be weird as a parent to bring it up and then the kid to be like, no, I'm not.
Right.
That's true too. And then it's like, holy shit, my mom. Holy shit, my mom thinks I'm gay. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, man, how do I show her that I'm not gay? But then there's that. I mean, which there's the backhanded issue on that end. It's like, okay, your mom thinks something, and then you go, Mom, I'm not. So I can understand that side of things, but then what if it works? What if said parent who already knows says, honey, honey, baby child, you don't need to come out. We already know. So just, relieve yourself of that stress. Then I feel like that kid would have a holly jolly motherfucking Christmas. At least that's what I think. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I know there's a lot of kids that I think are probably worried about what their parents think about, and that's one level. But then it's a lot of times will be the friends.
Yeah.
And I think there's probably more situations where the friends are like, "Yeah, we know," like, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Fool just said, I like it when people think I'm gay, but I like it when people think I'm gay. I wear a pink shirt because it looks good. If you think I'm gay, great. Mm. Being gay and being a person on this planet is the same thing. Facts. Yep. That is true. That is true. But I'm just going to say, though, is TikTok the best way to come out?
I mean,
inquiring minds would like to know. Go ahead. What do you say, Jack?
Everyone to know, and TikTok's got how many daily users and all this stuff. Why? I mean, if you're going to come out to everybody, that's like coming out to the whole world.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, is TikTok the way to say, Mom and Dad, I be gay. That just does not make sense. To me. And I understand there's no like formal way, like, dearly beloved, we are gathered here to tell everybody that I am homosexual. You know, like, I get it. Like, you know, this is not 7 dicks ago. Like, I get it. I get it. But at the same time, do you think TikTok is the best way to say, shalom, I'm gay? That doesn't make sense.
Order a singing telegram.
Yeah, that'd be funny. That'd be funny. Barbershop quartet.
Yeah.
He be gay. Like, that's some weird shit. That's some weird shit. You know what I mean? But anyway, I don't know. Comment down below. Let me know what you think. Definitely let me know what you think, because that's some crazy stuff. You know what I mean?
I think Debbie and Cocaine on the wood grain over here saying that they don't know what TikTok is.
Oh, dear God.
Saying I'm
Wait.
too old.
Where did you see this? I didn't even see this. What?
The chat on YouTube
I didn't see. He didn't say nothing about that.
just dropped.
Oh, it's probably just coming through then. Dang. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm too old for this shit. Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Because it just doesn't make sense. Like, hey, this is a great spot, especially with a Jason Derulo song. Like, you know those times when they have the gay pride parades and all that stuff, and it's like the day I came out, it was a cold April morning. Jason Derulo was on TikTok. That song Get Ugly came on, and I just felt so motivated to come out. So I used that song to come out on TikTok. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
I mean, what was the song originally about?
The song is he's out in the club. He's with this girl straight and this girl nah. That's it. Like, I don't really know the whole rest of the song. I mean, what else is your booty like 2 planets? It's probably about that. 2 booties, like 2 buttocks being 2 planets. I don't know. It's Jason Derulo. What else is new? You know what I'm saying? Every song is just, it's a song to dance to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all. Jason Derulo. That's it. The entire time. What were you gonna say, Tom?
If you're gonna come out on a video platform, you come out on Pornhub like a good American.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's American. That's America.
Mouth is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Get to work.
Tom, shut your fucking face. You didn't shut the hell up. That's America.
Dad, I'm gay and I have proof. Look at this. There you go.
There we go. No one would see that. No straight person would go see that. And Debbie, just so you know, so Debbie said on YouTube, I want a straight parade. Okay, there's already been a straight pride parade, actually. And it was...
2 guys showed up.
No, actually, it was a lot of people showed up. And it was bad. It was really, really bad. It was basically every conservative you could think of under the sun. A whole lot of Trump supporters and all that. It was terrible.
Wait, you didn't hear about the one that the guy organized down in Florida?
No.
I remember that.
And they showed up. There was only literally 2 guys showed up.
It was a straight pride parade?
Yeah.
Oh,
Only
that's
2 guys showed up,
funny.
yeah.
No, this one was last summer. This one was this past summer, or like near the end of this summer. It was like around fall time. And they, real talk, like had a straight pride parade. And it was super controversial. We talked about it on the show one time, Tom.
Yeah, I think I remember.
We made jokes about it.
I remember us talking about that. Yeah.
We talked
and I think
about
I
it one
remember
time.
thinking at the time, I can't imagine since we're on in the evening now, I can't imagine the penis to vagina ratio was at all ideal at that event. I would imagine it was maybe a 5 to 7 to 1 ratio with a...
Have mercy. Yeah, I'm good on all that stuff, man. I'm good.
Yeah. The irony
I know
is there
you're
were
laughing on the
probably
inside.
more dudes at the gay pride parade or at the straight pride parade than there were at the gay pride parade, more than likely.
There were more what? Say that again? You're breaking up.
There are probably more dudes there are probably a greater ratio of dudes to women at the straight pride parade than there were at the gay pride parade.
Probably.
Probably way more. Well, because they're lesbians, there are probably more women at the gay pride parade, but
Facts.
probably more straight women at the gay pride parade also.
No, it was quite a turnout from what I've seen. From all the footage, all the news media that was there to cover everything. I mean, it was like a full-on straight. I mean, it was just a bunch of like redneck dudes walking down my rights. It was stupid. I saw it. I didn't attend, but it was stupid. Oh, Fool said, my fourth and fifth grade teacher was a gay man. We ran into him and his partner at a dinner location. It was nothing to me. It's a thing adults make a deal out of, not children. That's true. I mean, I think that when we were brought up, homosexuality was such a huge thing. Nowadays, it's not as much. In fact, I'm starting to see more and more kids being more fluid in their choices now because it's more socially acceptable.
More fluid.
Yeah, seriously. And I don't mean that in in a double entendre, you jerk. But you're a 12-year-old kid. But anyway, but I see that I noticed that there are more kids that are able to have the freedom to experiment, I guess, without any repercussions of their choices in that way, without the judgment. Let's just say that,
Yeah.
At least that's
Be
what
more
I've
like
noticed.
Miley.
Basically, it's like free for whatever, whoever, doesn't matter. And
Life's a rave and then you die.
Basically, and that's kind of weird stuff to me. That's some weird stuff. And
I had a roommate in college that was gay, and he at parties and stuff when he was talking to other gay guys that have never had an experience before.
Mm-hmm.
He said his line that he always would say would be, a mouth's a mouth.
I remember. Oh my god, that's funny.
There.
So
mouth to mouth. That's some crazy stuff. That's some information that I don't ever want to have in my head from another, like said to me from another man. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a little weird. Just personally.
So you lived in New York, and you're a tall, good-looking black guy. Have you been hit on by another guy before?
Wait, said, yeah. I mean, of course, I was reading these comments. No, I've been hit on before. I mean, it's flattering, but at the same time, it's kind of like, no, thank you, but no kind of thing. You just keep it moving. It's, you get, I mean, I've been hit on by several different types of people, but it's just, it's kind of a thing. It's like, if you're not, obviously it comes down to, if you're not into them, you're not into them kind of thing. So it's like, thank you, but no. Same thing with girls. It's like, if a girl is sometimes I'm oblivious. All right. I'm oblivious sometimes. Sometimes I don't know when a girl's hitting on me kind of thing. But when I know, or when they blatantly say like, hey, we should hook up type of thing, and I'm not interested, then it's kind of the same thing. It's kind of like, thanks, but no, I'm sorry. And then I kind of feel awkward because it's like, now I know this thing that I didn't really need to know. You feel me? Like I didn't really need to know about that, So I don't know, It is what it is. But anyway, moving on to other things, actually, because this is some more stuff. So there's going to be a new docu-series coming out. Not docu-series, but there's another limited series that is going to be covering the new, it's a new limited series that's covering everything that went down in WACO. So Netflix adds WACO series with Michael Shannon and Taylor Kitsch as David Koresh. And this just dropped just a little bit ago. So obviously it stars those two stars. And I guess it's a six-part episode series, which is a dramatized exploration of the 51-day 1993 standoff between the FBI, ATF, and David Koresh's religious faction, the Branch Davidians, in Waco, Texas, that culminated in the fatal fire. So it investigates the tragedy right up until chronicling the standoff, told from a variety of viewpoints of those most personally associated with the two sides of the dispute. So sounds really interesting. In a way, I mean, do you remember Waco? Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember Waco? That was some crazy stuff. And the funny thing is the stories that I knew behind, like the stories that were covered about the things that were going on inside of that church or that, I don't know, that
cult.
That cult. Thank you, cult. I was like, what is that word? Cult. Pretty wild that there are guys out here that have people that follow them like that, are devoted to them. Unbelievable, man.
Yeah, it's almost like these celebrity TV people that then can go on to be politicians. Oh,
interesting.
Yeah.
No, but what's wild to me is that David Koresh. There were stories about David Koresh, and I remember seeing this vividly in this made-for-TV movie back then. And back then it was like everything was a made-for-TV movie. Like the Amy Fisher story was a huge thing. Then the David Koresh thing was happening. Like there was so much chaos, so many crazy things that happened in the 90s, man. And one of the things that I remember during that, in this made-for-TV movie that they did, was David Koresh was, I guess, the chosen one. Like he was the second coming of Christ. And he was the only man in the cult allowed to impregnate the women. Mm-hmm. So he was literally trying to, like, even the little ones, like he was just basically trying to bang all these women. And it's just, it's crazy. And then he basically said, we're all going down in a fire together. And most people tried to stay to a certain extent. And then, yeah. Crazy, man. And the fact that, what I can't wrap my mind around is the idea that there are men or women, mostly men out there, that can convince other people that they are the second coming of Christ, or what they say is what God is saying. It's unbelievable that there are people out there that actually believe that, man. Mm-hmm. Debbie said another Jim Jones. I watched them go down, shooting fire live on TV real time. Yeah, I mean, I remember seeing that as a little kid. I mean, it's insane. What were you gonna say, Jack?
I mean, usually it's brainwashing, a little bit of drugs that are usually involved, and then it's just basically that not mind control, but suggestive talk that they do, and persuasive talk that gets them to have that what's it when you like your captor?
You're talking Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
I beat you, Tom. Ha! Beat that. Anyway,
I think that it's kind of that Stockholm syndrome. For once you get involved and you're talking, you kind of get wrapped up into it, even if you had some disbelief of what was originally being said. A lot of people that go into those groups are lost already, and they are just looking for someone to guide them, and they don't really care what they're guiding them towards.
But here it is though. How does, what I would really love to see is the origin story, not when they're at the rise of their power, not at the peak of their power, but how they got from being just some guy to being David Koresh. How did they get that one follower to get that second and third follower to get that fourth, fifth, and sixth follower? So what I'm saying, how did they get from 0 to a full-on cult and Branch Davidians, whatever they called it, like a full-on farm that he owned himself, that was given to him basically, so that he could live with all like his cult followers. Like, how does one go from just being on the corner with his, his ideas and his theories to becoming, I'm the second coming of Christ and I must impregnate all the women here because I have the special seed? It's unbelievable. And what I'd love to see is that. That would be interesting to see.
Hopefully the show goes into that. I'd like to see that too. Because, I mean, we all know how it ended, but I'd really be curious to see, like you, how it started.
I mean, does it start out in a church? Do they have a regular congregation already? And then they have an offshoot of somebody that's like, oh, I don't like the way this teaching of this church is going. I'm going to teach it a little bit differently. And then the people that go along with them become their followers. And then as the weeks progress, that messaging changes. They have different, levels of hatred toward different groups that get, specialized in those meetings.
Yeah.
And it's not like, unlike any of the other underground cults that are currently out there, or, extreme religious groups that are out there right now. It just is small groups of people that all had something go on in their life that led them to not believe one thing or the other, or be pushed away to another direction. Yeah. And they found somebody that will offer them love, or offer them freedom, or offer them money, or offer them hope, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
But they just don't know that person's just manipulating them and using them, unlike all the other church pastors that are out there.
Right. And Debbie, funny. And Debbie said charismatic, charisma. That's true too, but shoot, we all three of us have some sort of charisma, some level of charisma. We're not sitting here with flocks of people sitting here going, what are you going to say, Jack? Whatever you say, Jack, is the way. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's like, what?
Get back in your box.
Get back in your box. Little piggy stays home. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, so I always wonder, like, or did they perform some sort of miracle? Was a miracle performed that suddenly made people go, yes, David Koresh is the way. You know what I'm saying? It's just weird.
He knew my card was the King of Hearts.
How did he? Oh my God, he is the way. Little piggy stays home. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the? You know what I mean? What the fuck? Anyway, like, you're allowed to do whatever the hell you want. I mean, just don't make a cult and say little piggy stays home. Like, just don't do that.
Well, there hasn't been like a really big cult in a long time, unless you consider some of the political stuff going on right now cult like I do. But I mean, there was Hail Bop, the Heaven's Gate people, and then there was David Koresh. There was some Japanese cult. There used to be like cults all the time. You never really hear about them anymore. I don't know if the internet is if people are like, oh, this guy came up to me today and gave me some paperwork about this organization, and then people go home and Google it and find out it's a cult, and then go past there, or why hasn't there been like a big cult since, like, I'd say 97 or so?
Because they have a bigger, like, they got more coverage by law, and so now they're called the Church of Scientology.
But even Scientology is like kind of tanking now.
Yeah.
Like, people are leaving that, and, celebrities, not just Leah Remini, but Beck recently came out and said, there's been some misconception that I'm a Scientologist. I'm not. So even they're kind of going down. But it used to be there were a lot of weird cults out there. Heaven's Gate was you guys remember Heaven's Gate?
Yes. That was big too. Yeah. But there was a lot of it during that time, though. There was a lot of it during that time. Like, in the 90s, there was a lot of that stuff going on. And then now it's like maybe more people have come to their senses. But I'm telling you right now, I feel like I feel like it's coming. It's coming. Because right now, think about it. Right now, of all times, this is the real time where people are going to be very vulnerable, very scared, and they're going to start leaning on some sort of belief in something. And a lot of these evangelists, as you see right now, like Tony Spell, for example, are really leaning hard on faith right now, because not only can they make their quick buck, but also because they're trying to get their followers to another extent, to another level, believing that being washed by the blood of Jesus kind of thing, I will be unharmed. And I'm telling you, wait for it. Wait for it. It's coming again. That wave, like the 90s are coming back again in a weird way. Wait for it. History will repeat itself very soon. Maybe not another David Koresh like WACO type thing, but they're coming. You want to say hi to Juliet? This is Juliet, everybody. My dog.
Hey, Juliet.
She's looking at me all weird. She's being all weird. See? Yeah. My girlfriend decided to take some clippers to the dog, and yeah, the clippers won. So yeah, she used to be a lot hairier than this, but now she looks like a monkey.
Here's a list of cults in America. Let's go through these and see which ones you recognize here.
Shoot.
Okay.
Obviously, we got the Ku Klux Klan. That's one of the oldest, first known cults. And we got the Watchtower Society, or more known as Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They're considered a cult. The Church of Scientology, considered a cult. The People's Temple, founded by Jim Jones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Also first known as Community Unity Church.
Yeah, they're the ones, that was the poisoned Kool-Aid.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Westboro Baptist Church is considered a cult.
Yep.
The Heaven's Gate, you had that one. The Raelian movement. It was founded in Paris, France. As few of the UFO cults, it does not feature suicide at any point. It encourages followers to prepare for the return of the Elohim, or higher beings. So I guess those are the people that are like featured in Mars Attacks, and you had those people that were on top of the buildings being like, "Oh, they're coming for us."
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Wow.
You got the Aum Shinrikyo, also simply known as the Aleph. They released sarin gas in the Japanese subway system in '95.
Yes, yep. I remember that. Wow. See what I'm saying, though? Like, during that time, it wasn't terrorists, really. It was just all these crazy, like, cults that were just killing each other themselves. Like, it was crazy, man.
The Yearning for Zion Ranch incident, that was members of the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, also known as Fundamentalist Mormonism. That was outside of El Dorado. And then the future of cults, they're saying because of the strength of the mainstream religions, namely Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hindu, and Buddhism, that there's going to be a lot of offshoots from that, starting alternative religion, sects, and new cults.
Dang.
So.
Okay. And that's it?
You didn't mention the Manson family.
Yeah, I was going to say, even Debbie said Manson, Charles Manson, Charlie Manson. Yeah. She mentioned, I just forgot his name now. Jim Jones? Yeah, but anyway, we'll move on from that, It's Friday.
I got another Netflix thing that dropped that I thought was interesting.
Something, yes.
So Netflix dropped Too Hot to Handle. It is a new dating show challenge thing where I think 10, let me see, 10 hot singles from around the world are taken and plopped onto a tropical paradise, and where they're going to think they're enjoying a hot erotic summer. But when they get there, they are told that actually in order to win the $100,000 grand prize, they had to give up all types of hanky-panky for the entire retreat. That's no kissing, no heavy petting, and no self-gratification of any kind.
Wow.
Yes. So.
And it's called
yeah.
what?
It's called Too Hot to Handle.
Too Hot to Handle.
Yep, they just dropped it. So
now now we're gonna have to watch it because now I got to just check out 2 seconds of it because man, there's that one now. Because I watched Love Is Blind, and that show was so ridiculous. That show was so ridiculous, but it was so addicting. Like, it was so captivating to watch stupid people be stupid, and but it was interesting to see it. So it was like watching a train wreck. Every episode, you turned around, another train wreck. Turn around, another dumpster fire. So I'm interested to see what this one would be all about, for sure. Man. So I'll watch 2 seconds of it. I'm not a reality TV guy at all, but I watched it because it was trending so hard. Everybody was talking about it. So I said, okay, fine, I'll watch it. And then I checked it out. So if that looks like a very interesting concept, but at the same time, like, when I was watching Love Is Blind, I was too busy laughing my ass off. Yeah. Like, it was just a comedy to me because it was like, it's like it seemed like a parody of everything, of every show you've ever seen. Yeah. So I'll check out 2 seconds of it. If it's any good, I'll let you know.
Make it to where it's like they're always in bathing suits.
Yeah.
They put lotion next to the bed.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's gonna be like they're trying to do a whole setup. They said it has a hilarious female narrator, and she does a whole bunch of put downs and snarky voiceovers, and so.
And wait. And what's the premise of it? One more time, so I have it locked in my brain.
So
one more time.
10 hot singles.
Right.
That are told they're going for a dating show, like The Bachelor.
Right.
But they're going to be dropped onto a tropical paradise, and where they think they're going to have a hot erotic summer and engage in plenty of casual hookups. But they get there and they tell them, actually, in order to win, you can't do anything sexual. No kissing, no like heavy petting. No
So in other words, social distancing at its best. Basically, social distancing.
Yeah.
So in other words, you guys get to know each other.
Yeah.
You guys can drink with each other and have a great time, but that's about it. Maybe a hearty handshake and a hug, but that's as far as it's going to go. That's really messed up. So social distancing.
They put them, like, what they're going to do to make it really hard situations. Like, are they pairing people into different huts? Are they, like, saying, oh, no, everyone sleeps in 2 king-size beds? Like,
No, or they're literally, like, having them lay next to each other in just, like, jogging pants and sweatsuits with no underwear underneath at all. You know what I mean? It's like just the worst case scenarios.
So
what do you say?
It's a nude island.
It's a whole nude island. You only get this little loincloth. Good luck, everybody. We hope there's no slippage.
And every night we're going to teach you the mamba.
Hey,
what's a really close dance?
Samba, the tango.
Tango, yeah, there you go.
Yes, not the sideways samba. The horizontal, the sideways mambo. Hey, anyway, that's interesting. That's very interesting for sure. For sure. Okay, so I do have some other interesting news about Ellen. I got to bring this up right now because we're at the tail end of the show. It's been about an hour, so it's been more than an hour. Actually, it's almost an hour. So anyway, so I got to wrap this up. But before we go, so there's been more stuff that's been going on. I don't know if you know YouTuber Nikki Tutorials, but Nikki Tutorials has been continuing to tell these, she has more details about her experience on being on the Ellen DeGeneres show. Now, if you don't know, I'm just going to break it down to you guys really quick. If you don't know Nikki Tutorials has a very big, huge YouTube channel here. Obviously, it's called Nikki Tutorials. Anyway, so she came out on her YouTube channel just a few months ago, basically coming out as a transgendered woman. All right. This one video of her coming out has 33 million views on it. It had so much of an impact on people and on Ellen that Ellen brought Nikki onto her show. They had a really great interview. It looked like on camera that they had a really great time. And of course, Nikki was very appreciative and the whole nine. It seemed like a very seamless show and seamless episode, right? Well, Nikki Tutorials went on to a Netherlands TV show because she's from the Netherlands. And she goes on to go into great detail about how Ellen DeGeneres was like behind the cameras, before the cameras even started rolling. And so a lot of people already know about the first part of what she said, which is Ellen is very rude. Ellen was very cold to her, was not exactly how she expected her to be perceived. And then, obviously when the cameras were on, she's a completely different person. So there's more details that have just recently come out because Nikki Tutorials was on another show, another European show, where she goes into detail a little bit more. And she says, what does she say? So she was on a new, like a new Dutch publication. And she says that her experience with her time on the show was less than satisfactory. She says, "Call me naive, but I kind of expected to be welcomed with confetti cannons. Welcome to, confetti cannons with welcome to the Ellen DeGeneres show. But instead, I was greeted by an angry intern who was a bit overworked. So she said that in translation of this interview, I was expecting a Disney show, but got Teletubbies After Dark." She adds she was even more disappointed when she learned she'd have to use the public restroom when the other guests had a private toilet. The 26-year-old shares, I was not allowed to use the nearest toilet because it was reserved for the Jonas Brothers. Why did they get a private toilet? She thought. So yeah. So apparently she wasn't even allowed to use the toilet that was in the dressing room that she was in, that was reserved for another star, a bigger star than her. So she, of course, said later on that she was happy to have the experience. She was happy with the experience, but obviously she just thought that it was going to be a different type of thing. It's nice that you say hi before the show, but she didn't. Ellen is such a different world. So there it is, and that's some information about Ellen and the show behind the scenes. I mean, I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me that, you're not allowed to use a bathroom. I mean, it just doesn't make much sense to me. You know what I mean?
So I think that the issue there is that she just has a poor, manager. Because the Jonas Brothers managers probably said that their limo has to be at 74 degrees. There has to be 3 cubes of ice cube in each drink.
They have writers.
They have a list of things that say this is what we need for us to be here.
Green M&Ms.
They put ridiculous things in there just to make sure that they read everything too.
Absolutely.
And so I bet she didn't have anything like that.
Yeah. No, she probably didn't.
Like, no, I can't really use that because I have a contract to have them on the show. And this is part of the contract, and she just doesn't do that stuff.
And I agree. I mean, there's obviously moving parts in this whole thing that can be looked at in different ways. Like it's not always just, oh, God forbid you couldn't use the toilet in there. You had to walk a couple more feet over to another place to use the restroom. Come on, like she asked you to come on to her show. Her platform is much bigger than yours. I mean, yes, Nikki Tutorials is big. She's got a huge following. But at the same time, it's like, it's Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, come on. It's Ellen. Come on.
The Jonas Brothers. Come on.
Yeah, and then it's the Jonas Brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, you know what? Whatever. You know what I mean? Like, just because you couldn't use a bathroom. To me, I'm like, you know what? One day when I'm Jonas Brother level, then I can have that bathroom, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand what you're saying, Jack. I mean, I fully agree. There's probably writers. There's probably a whole bunch of writers. You know, there's a whole segment where they're like, okay, green M&Ms and a monkey that juggles bananas. You know what I'm saying? Like just crazy stuff that they have to have. So
just because you appear on a big time show,
yeah,
and you have your own world of followers and stuff, doesn't mean that you're like big time.
And it's also, to me, it's kind of like, well, is this an opportunity for her to try to capitalize on this whole thing? Because obviously, when she went and did another interview, she did an interview before this, and it was live on TV. And then she said, you know, she literally said, Ellen was not exactly what I expected her to be. She was kind of cold when I met her. Then the cameras were on, and she was a totally different person. I feel like she's, in a way, riding on this whole idea, like riding on the fact that, like trying to take advantage of the situation. You see what I'm saying? Straight up just trying to take advantage of the situation, trying to capitalize on it because it put her on the map. It put her name out there. So therefore, she's like, oh, well, let me just keep running this, you know, let me keep running my mouth about Ellen. You know what I mean?
Just milk it.
Yeah, milk it as much as I can. You feel me?
I mean, Ellen's got a lot more going on than this right now, too.
Facts.
I mean, her whole crew is mad at her because she just let them know last week that they're getting a 60% pay cut, and they're still doing the show. She's still doing the show remotely, but there are only 4 people involved in it.
Right.
So everybody else on it is just kind of out of luck, and
well,
they feel like there's been good communication between her staff and, between her and her staff. And yeah, there's a lot of problems going on with Ellen and her crew and her show right now.
Well, there's
there's
a lot of things going on with her crew and all that, but it all spawned from Nikki Tutorial's talking. It started with Nikki, and then it, you know, like a few months ago, or yeah, like about 2 months ago, and then it's just been slowly trickling out that Ellen's this terrible person, and then she made that joke just last week about being in prison, like being home is like being in prison. Like, you know, you wear the same clothes for the past 10 days and everybody in here is gay kind of thing. And people got really upset about that. And then it just kind of it's been just like this weird trickle effect of like the momentum has just started to continue to pick up since Nikki's interview. And then now she's done another interview that just came out like today or yesterday, you know, where she's basically giving more details about her experience. And it's kind of like, oh man, like Ellen can't win right now. You know, no matter how hard she tries, she can't win. And then, yeah, the pay cuts suck, but at the same time, what are you going to do? If you can't have that many people in your house, if you're in a stay-at-home situation, you got a stay-at-home social distancing mandate going on throughout the entire state of California. What are you going to do? You know? You can't continue paying all those people if you don't have the money for it, or, you know, if you have no use for them at that time. It sucks that they're getting furloughed, but a lot of people are getting furloughed.
I think the problem is they think, oh, well, Ellen, you got all this money. And so I go, yeah, well, Ellen is like Ellen herself and the Ellen show are 2 completely different entities. Like they get paid from the Ellen show. Just because Ellen makes a lot of money and has money, like, should they have that expectation that she would reach into her own pockets to pay her people?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
certainly some people have done that before. I think
people are doing this right now.
Yeah.
A lot of businesses, even just not even just big people like Ellen. There are a lot of like small business owners that are doing that are just literally reaching in their own pockets and paying their employees as we speak, you know, just locally speaking, you know, because they just don't want people to get screwed over right now. They don't want their people to fall, and they feel responsible of taking care of their employees. And I commend them. Now, if she's not doing that, obviously she's not going, hey guys, I got a solution. Your pay cut, there might be a pay cut, but I'm paying you personally. I got you. I mean, the woman makes more money. I mean, she's got enough.
I got a $10,000 Shutterfly gift card for you.
Yeah, it's like, ha, thank you. That does nothing for me. But you know what I mean.
Photos.
There's a lot that woman could do because she makes money like Oprah money. She's making Oprah money. So she could do it. She's got a $27 million estate. She can do it, you know? But at the same time,
I don't
maybe
think she's making Oprah money.
no, well, I'm saying like she has her own show.
Yeah.
She's got a $27 million estate, which of course she obviously pays for, but at the same time, she's making money, man. Like she's making hand over fist money. She's making more money than any person combined in that show. I guarantee you that. So I'm sure she could literally take a cut and just go, here, guys, here's some money so you guys can keep writing and keep creating really great content for me, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
something to think about.
Business Insider says that she's worth $330 million. And so, I mean, yeah, she's got some money. I mean, Oprah's over $1 billion now. So.
Right. But you know what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, when Oprah had her show, she was not a billionaire yet. So she was making stupid money. And Ellen is in the same place where she's making stupid money. I mean, she gets up, she gets to do something that she loves, I guess, at least hopefully she still loves it. And she still walks away with $330 million in her bank account. I mean, dang, you know, she can surely pay her team for sure.
It didn't help a few months back where she went into the booth at the stadium with George W. Bush and would sit next to him and hanging out. You remember that?
Yeah. I mean, she could give $1 million to each one of her people, and she would be just fine.
Yeah.
And they would all be living a wonderful life.
Yep. And she would not, like I said, her team, she would not be sweating. She would not be breaking a sweat.
$300 million.
Exactly. And her team would be okay. Her team would be more than okay. So, I mean, you know, but there's a lot of people that feel, you know, there's a lot of things and a lot of stories that have leaked about her. A lot of people who used to work with her. So, of course, everyone who used to work with somebody always has that negative story, always has that one thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, he got let go. So, of course, even though he might have left in an amicable way, he's still going to be like, that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, of course, when he's home, you know? So it's like, all right, we're on Twitter. Drop your dirt on Ellen. And that person's like, I used to be your personal assistant. Here we go. This bitch right here. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, you know, no, I'm just saying, like, you can't win. You could be the nicest person in the world. Or, like, for example, like, and I'm not trying to sit here and say I'm pro Ellen or anything at all. But what if Nikki Tutorials met her on a bad day? What if she had a very bad argument with one of her producers, or she got or Portia or anything, and suddenly she's just walking out, and there she is, this girl, and she's like, oh man, I gotta be nice. Hi, how you doing? You know, or it's like, oh crap, or you never know. Even though she does millions of shows, maybe she's in that mindset, that show mindset, where it's like she's getting ready for a fight every day. It's like that mindset of getting ready and trying to be funny, you know, and being prepared. Sometimes that could be really scary too. Not saying that she's not scared, but you know what I'm saying? Those nerves of like, okay. Or it's like, oh, I got to remember to say this one thing before I forget it, because once I get on that stage, it's going to go right out the window. So I got to remember to say that. You know what I mean? Whatever it might be. I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to defend her, but you know, everybody has bad days. You know, not every day am I all sunshine and daffodils, and same with these two guys. You know what I mean? Whatever, man. That's why you drink. Gargle, gargle. But you know what I'm saying? That's why I drink. You should respect me more. Why don't you love me? Anyway. But anyway, I just think that I feel in a way that Nikki Tutorials girl is just kind of going in a little bit, and she needs to just let off a little bit. That's what I think on that, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, it is time to get going, guys. It's well over an hour. So I'm gonna get going, guys. But hey, Jack, Tom, thank you guys so much for coming in and enjoying the time with me today. I really do appreciate it. You know,
I thought we were gonna watch some Netflix together or something. Just stream it and just chill.
You know what I'd love to do one time is do something exactly like that, like pull up some, like one of the worst movies, like say it's something like that is known to be terrible, and
Mystery
actually,
Science 3000.
yeah, Science 3000, it, like where we all watch it all at the same time and just trash it.
Be down for that.
Like for example, anybody who's watching now, do not watch Coffee and Kareem. Do not watch it. It is terrible. Yeah, it's a Netflix movie that just came out like last week.
I saw like the photo for it. Yeah.
I feel bad for the guy from The Hangover. You know, the dentist that always, like, he gets the boobs, he gets the face tattoo, he gets the teeth knocked out, all that. I feel really bad for him because he's a pretty decent actor, and he's in this trash called Coffee and Kareem. You need to not see it. It's really bad. I was like, wow, this is what I think of as the epitome of a Hulu movie, and this movie is on Netflix. It's that bad.
Oh man!
You know those movies on Hulu where you're like, oh, it's on Hulu, it's free, it's on Hulu, sure. Like not Parasite, because I saw that on Hulu and it was great, but like those made for like a Hulu original movie, and for a fact you still watch it anyway because it's something to watch, and then you watch it and you're like, oh my god, this shit is terrible. It was like that.
Oh, it's too bad.
Yeah, it's Netflix. You're like, Netflix, you should know better. You should know better. It's really bad. You ever see the movie The Boys or something like that? Where there's the three boys, they're like going across, they're like doing some cross-country trip type of thing. Not cross-country, but they're on foot, and they're trying to get to these girls so that the dude can like actually kiss a girl or something like that. I think it's called The Boys. Not The Boys. F it. But anyway, and they have dirty mouths. Like the whole time they're just talking. They're like 12 years old.
Oh, I know what you're talking. Yeah,
curse.
that movie came out last year or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like Kareem is like part of that team kind of thing, almost, because his mouth is he curses like a sailor. It's terrible.
Yeah.
He's a 12-year-old kid named Kareem, and he talks like it's bad. It's and it has nothing to do with him with his language. He's just not good. Like, he's not even funny. So he's not a good actor. It's just not good. Like, anybody else could have played that part and it would have been funny as hell. But that particular actor that they chose was not funny. I don't know. It's like, you ever see a movie where you felt like all the chemistry got drained out of a movie? That's that movie. You're like, wow, you couldn't catch a spark at all throughout the 30 days that you shot this movie? Real talk? Not one moment was caught on film. Not one spark of chemistry between these two people was ever caught on film. Over the 30 days that you shot this movie? That's Coffee and Kareem. It's unbelievable. And Taraji P. Henson's in it, and you're like, yeah, she's going to light this. No. She's not good. It's not good. It's terrible. Oh, it's so bad. I'm sorry.
Well, I won't watch it then.
Don't watch it. It's bad. Or watch it. It's a movie you drink to.
Yeah, I'm going to keep on drinking it.
You know what I'm saying? It's a movie you drink to, or it's a movie you smoke to. Like, get high and watch that movie. It's terrible. You're going to be like, what? What is this movie? But anyway, do not go see Coffee and Kareem. But Jackie and Tommy Boy, thank you so much for tuning in and being a part of the show. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're going to get going here. So anyway, much love to you guys. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back up at some time tomorrow. So be good out there. All right. Stay healthy and have a good rest of your Friday. Drink it or smoke it if you got them. Bye.
I'm sorry, I can't make this interview boring because this man is too exciting as a host. And I'm truly saying this, and if y'all can't do this, me and this man here is going to leave and go somewhere else where we can get some love. I want everyone in the building to say, I love Pascal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
Homeowners and property managers, If you're looking for effective and humane ways to remove wild animals and deal with the damage that they have caused, we have good news for you. Introducing Wildlife Command Center. We are the only wildlife company that checks 70 different areas on a structure to determine the answers to the following questions. For more information, call us now.
The Fur and Leather Center, providing the highest of fur and leather goods.